All right, so I just have a few questions for you.
Sure.
The first one is, could you describe what the last few online semesters have looked like for the music department?
Well, it's definitely. I'm sure any department would tell you that it's been a real challenge. I think some particular challenges for music have been, um, well, one obviously trying to keep ensembles going via Zoom is nigh unto impossible. So they've met in person in small snippets and large groups spread out, that type of thing. Some smaller ensembles have not met as much. In the applied lessons, well, if you come in, say, for a voice lesson or a trumpet lesson, having those via Zoom, the technology, it's wonderful to have because if we hadn't had Zoom, what would we have done? On the other hand, if I'm working with a soprano and she sings a super high note and the computer filters out half of what she sings, it's really hard to hear those beautiful colors in the timbre and help me know what to do to adjust and help her to sing even better, right? That's an issue. So just technology, while it's a wonderful tool, it's somewhat limiting as far as hearing timbres, seeing the whole body and seeing how they're using, because the instrument is the whole body, how their alignment when they're playing or singing. And then we also just had issues with connectivity. If a student was out in a rural area or they didn't have internet at their home or didn't have good internet, sometimes we just couldn't have lessons, or they would get cut short.
Mm.
So that was always a challenge.
And were there any in-person classes last
We
semester?
did. We came back in person. Well, we all went home March
Mm.
2019, and we came back in person in August.
Okay.
I'm not aware if people came back in the summer. I think that was all online. But yeah, we came back fully in August of 2020. But we still had, of course, students, as you know, had the option of being attending via Zoom. That was, I can speak for me personally, and I know other professors experience this across campus when you've got, say, a class of 10 people and you've got 3 people sitting in front of you and the other 7 are on Zoom and you're trying to manage, making sure everyone is fully participating and engaged and encouraging them to keep cameras on and that type of thing without shorting the people who are actually sitting in front of you because you find your attention is divided. And then there's not the sort of team building that comes to a class when they're in such separate modalities.
Mm. So I see that you've been teaching for quite some time, and these last few semesters, like you said, have been unlike any we've seen before. Have they taught you anything as a professor, or have they like adapted your teaching style in any way?
Oh, I think a lot of good things have come from it. They force us to make better use of and make fuller use of Canvas
Mm.
than we had to because of just the online things and the school making technological training available for Canvas and Zoom and that type of thing was a great help. I enjoy I'm not afraid of technology, but I don't come from that generation where I had something in my hands from the time I was a toddler. So having to learn, it's always good. But yeah, I think I found out that there's a lot of things I enjoy about teaching via Zoom. Challenges aside, there can also be sometimes a student that's perhaps a little intimidated or shy or something about being in the studio. That can be a good midway point to help them get comfortable with the whole applied lesson one-on-one thing. Um, and I think it's really nice that if someone's ill, they can still attend class.
Mm.
So I think a lot of good is coming. But you ask about me. I think it's helped me to just again. I'm always looking for ways to refocus my teaching, bring in something new, always be current, that type of thing. And this was just another layer. I'm trying to think of some specifics for you. But I think time management was a big thing,
Mm.
because sometimes it might take 5, 6 minutes to get things connected and up and going. And if you've got a 30-minute lesson, that's a big chunk.
Yeah.
So just trying to be super efficient in the lesson.